how has placement industry evolved in past few years?
The landscape of campus placements has evolved greatly in the past few years.
How can students maximize their experience in doing an internship?
Internships play a crucial and critical role in enhancing the placement opportunity for the students.
Also, ma'am, what are the red flags to watch out in a CV? As you know, the first impression is the last impressions.
Nowadays, because of AI, recruiters can easily make out
Hello everyone, welcome to Spotlight, the Pillai podcast, where we bring you inspiring stories and experts insight. I am Ketki Pawar, and today we have with us the amazing Miss Divya Nair ma'am, our dynamic placement officer, who plays a pivotal role in shaping students' career. So today's topic is all about cracking the code to success, insight into the placement at Landscapes. Hello ma'am, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So ma'am, I have some interesting question and most asked question that students have related to placement. So my first question to you is, how has placement industry evolved in past few years?
The landscape of campus placements has undergone a significant evolution over the past years, adapting it to the changing needs of the students. As we all have witnessed the outbreak of COVID-19 that gave a halt to everything in this world, where schools, colleges, offices were all shut down. Amidst this, the joining of the new campus students recruitments, we were worried about their joining dates. At that point of time, the digital transformation and virtual hiring gave a ray of hope to us, where millions of survival were possible. Also, the best campus placements colleges in India have started adopting this increase in the technology, where the students are getting guidance and skills even till now, where the campus placements are made successful. Secondly is the AI.
Yeah.
Companies are increasingly adopting AI tools to streamline their recruitment process. These tools can be initially used for resume screening, initial candidate assessment, or even at the chat box where frequently asked questions are available. So these tools helps the companies to handle campus recruitments at a larger volume, where it is easier for them to handle recruitments. Most of the topmost companies like TCS, Capgemini, these tools have helped them to find out the right kind of candidates. Thirdly, companies are more focused on skill-based hiring nowadays, more than degree-based, because they are emphasizing the fact that are the students aware about the skills which is needed in the market today. And especially this is found in tech-based companies, where our engineering students need to focus more on technical skills, where they're aware about the programming, C languages, all those stuff. So yes, the landscape of campus placements has evolved greatly in the past few years.
Moving on to the most important question, ma'am. What are the key skills and traits that company looks in a fresh graduate, and how can students best prepare themselves for the interview or the placement opportunities?
When we talk about companies hiring the fresh graduates, what kind of key skills and the traits that looking for, it will be essential if I highlight both, which is technical and the soft skills, as both are equally important and required in today's dynamic work environment. When I talk about technical skills, it is very, very important that students should know their core subjects. They should be aware about the discipline that they are in. Employers are hiring graduates, those who are very good at their concepts, the basic foundation. When I talk about foundation, it has to be a solid foundation that they are in. Obviously, when you have done 4 years of engineering, companies expect you to know the basics that you have done. Apart from that, nowadays companies are more focusing on 2 rounds of technical interview. When I talk about technical interview, the first round of interview would be the aptitude test, followed by the technical, and the third will be the technical with the superior person in the company, where they would like to know whether you're thorough with the subject, especially your programming languages, like C, C++, Python, Java, all these plays a very important role. Secondly, when I talk about technical skills, see, all you have to be focused on is how you are strengthening your course subjects. It is going to take time. See, if you're focused, all you have to do is it's never too late, I would say. You just need to start, and you just have to be consistent and dedicated towards your goal, and only then you will be able to do it. So yes, technical skills is very important, especially for engineering grads. Apart from that, communication skills and the teamwork. When I talk about communication skills, companies are hiring graduates who can speak well. When I talk about communication, it's not just communication, it has to be effective communication. And it's not just what you speak, it's how you convey it to them. That's more important. So yes, communication skills are important, and teamwork. Okay, now there are few domains where single-handedly people are doing their work, but when you join a corporate, there are teamwork that comes into the picture. So yes, when you are in the campus, you can be with your friends, you can handle the projects which will help you in collaborating with your team and understand how teamwork happens when you join the corporate. A leader is always a reader, and a reader is always a leader. So the more you read, the more you will understand.
That brings me to the next question, ma'am. What role do the internship play in placement opportunities? Is it really important for a student to do an internship, and how can student maximize their experience in doing an internship?
Well, I can confidently say that internships play a crucial and critical role in enhancing the placement opportunity for the students. Basically, it helps in bridging the gap between the academics and the real life situations that you face. What students earn out of it is the practical experience and the skill development, obviously. So the role of internships basically is that students get to know the hands-on experience on what the outside world is when you join the corporate, the day-to-day task that they will be given. Apart from that, we always emphasize more on the internship part is because they boost confidence out of it. They know what is happening in the market, what kind of job roles they are in. Secondly, it boosts your resume and builds confidence. We always advise our students to do an internship, especially when our students are on vacations. It is mandatory for our students to go and do internships for a month or so. How students can maximize the experience? They will be under the guidance of a supervision, where they can also gain feedbacks from their superiors, whether how they are doing and whether they are on the right track, whether they are understanding what they are doing. See, outside world is different. What you've learned here is theoretical, and what you do outside is going to give you a lot of experience even when you join the industry as a full time. Also, apart from that, one plus point students understand is the work culture. What kind of people they deal with, how to handle the boss, how to handle your juniors if there are anyone who will be joining with you, how to handle your subordinates. That makes a lot of difference. And you see, when students, after doing the internship, there is another kind of confidence level in them when you ask them that yes, we've done internship from so and so company and we're looking for full-time job opportunity. So yes, internship definitely plays a vital role.
Also, ma'am, what are the red flags to watch out in a CV? As you know, the first impression is the last impression. So what are some points that students should ensure that they don't spoil their first impression?
I believe that CV is something that even goes before you reaching the office. This is the first thing that reaches to the recruiters. So definitely the impression, the rejection, the shortlisting, all these is based on what kind of CVs you have. There are few things that students need to look at when you're preparing the CV is that it should not be more than 2 pages. You should always try to finish it up at 1 page if it is possible. Secondly, endless number of bullet points are there. So try to cut short few points if you can, because believe me, HR has no time, recruiters, in reading all the bullet points. The few mistakes which I have seen students doing is that the email addresses that they have, really funny, cool email addresses, the funky email addresses, which they need to look at and try to make it as simple as they can. Their first name, their last name, and @gmail.com. Nowadays, because of AI, recruiters can easily make out that it is the CV is made with the help of AI. It is good. You can review or edit your CVs as per the AI, but yes, the recruiters, it will help them to understand that you have not put in much time in applying the logic behind your CV. Make sure that you are investing your time, and this is something that you need to take care of. I always advise my students that by the time you come to third year is the time, crucial time where you know which companies to apply, what kind of roles you need to get in. They think that they are very good with their academics, so they assume that they will be able to answer all the questions, but believe me, it is not like, it's not just the technical questions that the HRs ask, but it is also the soft skills part, the communication part, so you have to practice that at least a week prior. You practice, you talk to yourself, and then you go for the interview like you sit for your academics papers. Similarly, for interviews, you have to prepare yourself. You just can't go blankly and you think that, yes, I know each and everything. Research work of the company, which is very important. I always guide my students to do the research work, where you've applied, what kind of job role it is, because most of the time companies might ask who is the CEO of the company, what are our products and services, so students should be aware about it.
Ma'am, we get some queries from parents that my child is studying here in Pillai HSC College, Rasaini. So will company come here? That's the main concern parents have.
That's an interesting question, and I'll be glad to answer that. Well, we Pillays, we are a brand, and we are one of the top colleges in Navi Mumbai. So we've had companies like VIP, which is Vermont Information Processing, Accenture, Capgemini. Our students have been placed in such companies, and yes, companies do come to Rasaini. We have a list of companies which have visited in the past and which are aligned in the next academic year. In this academic year, we have 3 types of placements. One, which is where the companies invite the students and they go to the companies and give the interviews. In that, plus point is that students will be able to see the atmosphere of the company and they'll understand the work culture over there. That is one thing. Secondly, companies do visit us for the placements. Third is the pool campus, where our students go to other colleges and give the placements. And yes, companies do visit our Rasaini campus. So it's just the myth that companies are not there.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable insight. It was wonderful talking to you, and I'm sure that students will really find it very helpful.
Thank you so much, Ketki, for inviting me in today's podcast. I believe I must have done some justice by giving some valuable information on the insights of placements, and it can help my students in achieving their dream jobs.
I hope you all enjoyed the podcast. For more such videos, please subscribe to our channel at Pillai Group Online, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Pillai HSC College.